What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay coming back to you guys with a new video today on Real Sports Talk. And today I want to talk about a topic that I found interesting over these past couple of weeks with the trade of DeAndre Hopkins. Yes, the dumbest trade you've ever seen in your life. That's a fact. But with the trade of DeAndre Hopkins, a lot of people have been talking about Deshaun Watson. He's been quoting Drake lyrics, apparently talking about don't know if he's gonna come out of this easy or come out this straight or not. Basically talking about his testing situation. If he don't want to tell us the truth, let's be real here. You know what he was talking about. I know he was talking about. Everybody and their grandma know what he was talking about. He talking about that testing situation, which is terrible and it's toxic. It has been. You know, I wanted him preferably to get drafted by Chicago, but Chicago blew that one. And they took Mitchell Trubisky. You know how that went. Trash. But basically, ever since he been with the testing, it's like, it's been good his rookie year. But other than that, he always getting hit. He always getting sacked. The O-line's been terrible. He doesn't really have a great run game. And the one thing he had going for him was his passing game with DeAndre Hopkins. And they traded away DeAndre Hopkins. So now he's stuck with a below-average still run game, average wide receiver core, and a still bad O-line. It's like going into his last year of his contract. You think he want to stay there? No. I'm pretty sure he's most likely going to get franchise tag and ask for a trade, or they're going to let him walk. Knowing them, I don't know what they'll do. They'll probably do some dumb stuff. They'll probably just let him walk for nothing. But I just want to talk about certain teams because people have been talking about teams that he can probably go to. And I wanted to give my own take on what team that I think I would want him to go to. I'm going to start with my team number one, the Chargers. Now, me personally, I feel like the Chargers is the best move for him overall, just for his brand and for his, on the field performance. Like, in order for him to win. That, like, just the combination of the two, those are the best places. One, you're in LA. That's easy work. You're in the LA. You're going to be able to get them commercials, them endorsements, all of that coming to you. All them little, it's LA. Business ventures, all that is going to be coming to him. He's going to be able to use all that to his advantage, especially if he's productive. And we all know Deshaun, he's been productive his whole career. Even when he was in college, now that he's in the NFL, he's been more productive. So, he's one of the top young quarterbacks in the league. You go down to LA, you're going to have many endorsements and, opportunities and all that stuff. And you may be able to, invest yourself into a lot of stuff that's going to help you out in the future on and off the field. That's the business side of it. I want to hop into the football side of it. Weapons, man. The Chargers are one of the most talented teams in the league. And I feel like a lot of people don't really understand that sometimes, Preferably, I'm going to make a video about Cam Newton, and I want Cam to go there. But the reason why I chose the Chargers for Deshaun Watson is because, one, you just look at the weapons, man. You got guys like Austin Eckler, who's a really good running back. Hunter Henry, a young tight end who's ascending. Mike, that guy, the young wide receiver on the right side, Mike Williams. And then Keenan Allen, man. So you just have weapons all across the field. The O-line is pretty good. The run game is good. And the pass game, like with a guy like Deshaun Watson, will be crazy. And that's not even half of it, because you go on the defense side of the ball, and they got great corners. They got great safety. They got great linebackers. And they got great D-line. You got guys like Joey Bosa down there. You got guys like Melvin Ingram down there. Like, the corners are nasty. And there's Sher Adderley and Derwin James at the safety position. I mean, the whole team is dirty, like talent. And you add a guy like, and with them getting this new stadium and all that stuff, man, they need something to endorse. They need something to get LA turned and wanting to go to their games. And adding a guy like Deshaun Watson with that team, as talented as it already is, with the coaching that they have, the coaching that they already have will be amazing for their team. And it will be amazing for Deshaun, because he'll be in a great environment, not only to produce on the field and win games, but to be able to explore his career off the field. So I think that's the number one place, in my opinion, he should go. Number two, a place that I really wouldn't want him to go, but it's a place that, should give due diligence. You should give due diligence. The Lions. The Lions are a really good team. They have really good weapons on the outside. They got a young running back, Kerryon Johnson, who can run the ball very well. You got Galladay at the wide receiver position. I believe they still have Marvin Jones at the wide receiver position. So they really have weapons. TJ Hawkinson, the young tight end. So, and they have an agent, Stafford. Stafford's been injury prone. They might get rid of him, most likely. They may draft a corner this year. They're probably going to tank or something. And they probably might draft somebody high in the draft next year. And you can maybe, take a run at Deshaun Watson. And with the weapons that you already have in the receiving game and tight end, and the weapons that you have in the running game with Kerryon, you can entice him to come to your team and maybe, take that franchise out of miserableness that it's been through, because they haven't been winning. And if you get like a guy like Deshaun Watson, you instantly gonna become a winning team with the weapons that you have around him if you play it smart. So the Detroit Lions will be a great possibility to look at. Not my choice for him, but it's not the worst choice in the world. Moving on to the choice that I think is very popular among a lot of people, New England Patriots. I like this move just because of the fact that, like, if you're Deshaun Watson, you're going to an organization that's been winning. You're going to an organization that's smart, tactical, know how to do business, know how to win, know how to build championship dynasties. You're not in a terrible organization with Bill O'Brien as the GM no more. You're not in that organization that doesn't know how to win and hasn't been winning and never really has won. You're in an organization that has won recently and has won a lot. You're going to have great coaching. Josh McDaniels, as the offensive coordinator, is going to be able to teach Deshaun and still really good at calling the offense. You have Bill Belichick. He's a GOAT. One of the best coaches of all time, if not the best coach of all time, that's going to be teaching Deshaun. And I feel like Deshaun is really going to buy into that culture and buy into their system in the way, because he's a hardworking kid and he's a humble guy. He's not really a cocky guy. He's not really a locker room cancer. He's a really stay to himself, humble guy that's going to work. And I feel like that would be a great place for him. People say they don't have receivers, but I disagree. You got guys like a young N'Keal Harry, who was projected to be one of the best receivers coming out of the draft last year. You still have him, and he's going to be able to only improve going into next season. You're still going to have a veteran Edelman if the time comes a year from now, and he's still going to be able to be productive in the slot. He's still a mismatch in the slot. And, you have a really good pass defense, a really, really good pass defense. You got the reigning defensive player of the year, Stephon Gilmore, and you got Jason McCourty back there with the young D linemen and linebackers that they have already with the coaching of Bill Belichick. So I feel like that's the best place he can go to if he want to win, just for his own field performance, like his best. That's the best place. If you want to go win now, and be, in my opinion, get a winning culture around you, go to the Patriots. Another team I want to talk about is Chicago. Chicago is a team, like I said earlier in the video, I wanted them to draft Deshaun Watson, but they kind of flaked on it, and they drafted Mitch Trubisky, and everybody in the game know how they went out. Garbage. But Mitch Trubisky is going into his last year of his contract, same as Deshaun, and on top of that, you never know what could happen. They may move on from Mitch Trubisky. You know what I mean? He may be out of here. Everybody like, oh, Nick Foles may make him want to play harder. I don't know about all that. I don't feel like Mitch is the right guy for the job. Never thought he was, and I still don't think he is now. But if you put a guy like Deshaun Watson up in there with the talent that they have in the defense, with guys like Robert Quinn, who's still going to be there, guys like Khalil Mack, who's still going to be there, Danny Trevathan, the young Roquan Smith, like, they have dogs. Kyle Fuller, Prince Amukamara, they have dogs. So, definitely. Eddie Jackson, they have dogs on defense. They're definitely going to give him the ball back. The O-line isn't terrible like it is in Houston, so that's an upgrade. The coaching, the play caller, Matt Nagy, is very creative, very up there with the McVays of the world, the Kyle Shanahans of the world. So you're going into a really good offensive play calling system. It's a really good market for him. It's not LA, but Chicago is a really big market for sports. And you just have weapons on the offensive side too. Not as great as weapons that you may have had at the other teams I've named, but still really good weapons that you can use around you, and you can build a team around this player, and with that defense and with the weapons that you have on offense, that can be very successful. And my last team, very intriguing, the Cleveland Browns. Not a team that a lot of people would expect, but a sleeper team in my opinion. You gotta think about it like this. They have new management. You don't know what they're gonna do next season. They know that they have talent at the wide receiver position. They know that they have talent at the tight end position. They know that they have talent at the running back position. I mean, they have multiple starters at every single position. Guys that can be ones at every single position. You look at the wide receiver position. Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry are both number one receivers. You look at the tight end position. Austin Hooper, David Njoku, both number one tight ends. You look at the running back position. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, both number one caliber running backs. So you have super talent, probably the most talented offense out of everybody in the league. It's just too many weapons for you to stop. And if you put a great quarterback behind it, which I feel like hurt them last year because Baker Mayfield, to be fair, just wasn't a really good quarterback. People can say the O-line was bad, but it wasn't as bad as the Texans O-line was, and freaking Deshaun Watson was still able to get those guys to 10-6. Imagine what he could do with an offense like that if he was able to do that with the Texans and that trash offensive line. the possibilities of what that offense can bring to the NFL. Like that offense with Deshaun Watson would, man, be one of the best offenses the NFL has seen in a very, very long time. I would say it would be up there with the offense of the caliber of the Rams in the early 2000s. You know, just because you have so many players, so many talented players at every position on the offensive side of the ball, and if you was able to draft smart offensive line wise in the draft, you can build a good O line, and maybe you can trade a Baker Mayfield to the Texans, who the Texans will probably take them. They're not good at trading. I'm like, but let's just be real here. They're just not a great team in trading. They're not a great team in change. They'll probably take a Baker Mayfield and think they can do something with him. You know, they can. You know, you can trade that guy some picks maybe, and sign and trade a guy like Deshaun Watson and sign to a big deal and build a very good offense. And Deshaun can build a dynasty down there of a great offense for years and years and years to come. So that's the basis of the teams that I think Deshaun can go to. Me personally, I feel like the Chargers is the best move, like, for his on and off the field career, if you're just looking for a career wise, because it's LA, the brand, the endorsements, all that stuff that can come with you, and the talent that the team already has and the coaching that the team already has. If he was able to put himself in those shoes, he can really take his career to the next level, both on and off the field, and it would be a really good spot for him as a young quarterback and just for his career. So that's the best spot for him I feel like he could go to. I would be very excited. I just want him to get out of Texas. I just want him to leave Texas. Like, get out while you can, my guy. I want him to leave Texas. I always want him to leave there. I never want him to stay there long term. I don't like I've been a Deshaun Watson fan since the Clemson days. I do not want him to stay in Texas. It's not a great place for him, and they do not have his best interests at heart. And if he has a chance, he needs to get out of there, man, because that's just the bottom line of it. So that's all I got to say about it. Peace.